tap out to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own hidden songs.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing. We want you to smoke the natural herb. Some call it marijuana, some call it sensimedia, some call it lamb's bread, and some people call it ganja.
Welcome to the Adam Dunn Show. I'm your stand-in host, Mitch Shinasa. Adam Dunn is, where is he?
Out having fun out east.
Out and about.
Yeah, out and
in
about.
Rhode Island, that's right.
Yeah, that was the rumor.
Yeah, with me is sometimes KTI.
KTI.
And we got Fletch from Archive coming today.
Big show.
Good
A lot
show.
of people have been asking for him on the.
Yeah, where do you get these requests?
Well, your
'Cause I'm
chat
only plugged-
room. No, it's mostly chat room or just keeping the ear to the breeders,
Those
right?
digital
you know?
streets.
And hearing who our guests say. You know, they're the ones with the brains. So
Sure.
go ahead and just listen to them. So cut out the middleman.
So we got Fletch coming on in a little bit here.
Yeah, we'll give him a call.
Yep. And I'm going to do my darndest to hang in here and fortify my intestines.
Get that turmeric in you.
Yeah, I'm drinking tons of probiotics and turmeric. I'm
Little
kicking some kind of
ginger.
stomach bug. So it's alternating being really, really, really hot. Like right now, I feel like I'm sweating, but I'm going to be shivering really soon. But we're going to get through the show without anybody really feeling a disruption, I'm hoping.
Yeah, and we're gonna be sterilizing anything that goes between us, right?
Yeah.
I don't need a stomach bug. I don't need to be
Nope.
traveling around for the next couple hours, pooping my brains out.
No. I pooped in 2 truck stops today. I
Really?
planned on pooping in 0.
Man, it's almost like you're driving across the country for the
Yeah.
past.
No, but
couple days.
that was just from my house to Denver.
Oh man.
So, you want to do news?
Yeah, we can do news because I think we just caught up on the week's big events. You know, you
I was
being
stomach
ill.
ache, Adam's
you know,
gone.
Adam's gone, and life's good. So we have a guest.
That's so quiet.
That is really quiet. We're gonna
No
have
one
to-
from Philadelphia is actually that quiet, so it's disingenuous.
Yeah, that's.
This one, I don't know. This might have burst some people's bubble. Mark Cuban said, "Would I invest in the cannabis industry?" Nope.
Negative.
Nope. No, sir. Because before I get into the article, right? Like, I don't know. I see like these little pop-ups all the time on my Facebook, like, "Oh, the best investment opportunity in America."
Yeah.
Right. Mark Cuban doesn't doesn't invest in anything that advertises on Facebook. I'm pretty sure, except
No.
Facebook itself. You know, like,
Yeah.
I don't think he's.
Not stuff the whole nation's looking at. Not something everyone's going, oh my goodness, let's all get into that.
Anyone can get into. Yeah, like just dive right in.
Yeah, I've got money. Take my money.
Well, so this says pot is big business and it's only getting bigger. In November, 9 states will vote on whether to legalize marijuana, reports Business Insider's Ben Gilbert, and 5 of those votes will include recreational use as well as medical. That'll be Massachusetts, Maine, California, Arizona, and Nevada. If those ballots pass along with the medicinal marijuana ballot measures in Montana and Florida, reports Business Insider Amelia Robinson, those markets will account for $2.7 billion in additional marijuana sales in 2018. Research by ArcView Market Research, a leading publisher of marijuana market research, and its big data partner, New Frontier, projects this number to grow to nearly $8 billion by 2020. But here's what Mark Cuban has to say. Would I invest in the cannabis industry? No. Not because I have anything against pot. I don't care. But right now it's a gold rush. When everybody's rushing in, it's hard to keep track of what everybody's doing because there's a new startup every single day. I think the oversaturation of the market creates a difficult challenge. Plus, Snoop's in it. And if Snoop's in it, it's over for everyone else. That's his joke. But, I mean, the point to me, I don't know, you look at similar other industries, right? I was recently looking at herbal medicine.
Yep.
Okay. So they're saying that by 2020, right, the cannabis market is going to be up to $8 billion, right? Guess what the herbal medicine market is right now, not in 2020?
$8 billion.
$59.1 billion.
God, yeah, we've got a way to go.
Any licensing,
Yeah.
you don't have to pay the crazy taxes on it. You can sell it at pretty much any store. So if you're Mark Cuban, what are you going to invest in? You know, I'm not saying herbal medicine is the best thing to invest in, but maybe something that's a little easier to make money in. At this point, it's still like, if you're in the business, I feel like you're in it for the love or you're in it because you're a sucker.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 reasons to be in the business right now. No one's making money hand over fist. That's a terrible reason to be in the cannabis industry.
No, definitely not a reason to be here. That's Kyle the intern knows.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not getting, them 7 figures to be here.
No.
I'm here for the love of it, though.
But grumbling about it on the show?
It's not a grumble. It's a love.
That's a good way. It's a good path to getting it.
It's a love.
All right. I was going to cut you a check.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yep, you
I
missed
want
it.
us that one.
News.
No, that was me being like, no, it's the reason to be here.
Keep loving. Cannabis sales at German pharmacies almost double. Cannabis is only allowed in Germany for select cases of serious illness, but this year the amount of legally bought weed has shot up as politicians hope to pass a medical marijuana law. And I got to say for Adam, because Adam will want to say, why would they use the term shot up with weed? I don't know. He doesn't like that word. That's what he would be saying if he was right there, but he's not.
Horrible language.
In the first half of 2015, around 33.8 kilos of cannabis was sold to chronically ill patients, but that amount ballooned in the first half of this year to 61.8 kilograms, nearly double. This is according to a statement from the Federal Ministry of Health answering a parliamentary inquiry with the Linke Party, the left party, as seen by DPA. The Health Ministry did not give a reason for the increase, but it is perhaps because more licenses for legal use have been granted as of the spring of this year. There were 647 patients who had been granted permission to use medical cannabis products from pharmacies. Last spring, there had been 424 licenses. But that only looks like an increase of like 50%, but the usage doubled.
Yeah, basically another 2 people start smoking with those kind of amounts, right?
You think that's what it was?
I don't know. But it's good to see those. It's good to see people taking advantage of their country's medical laws, making the most of it. And seeing other countries progress.
News. This one's weird. Colorado gets called out in political ads in states trying to legalize retail marijuana. How do you feel when you find out someone's been talking behind your back? Residents of Colorado, we're getting talked about behind our back. Political ads in Arizona, California, and Nevada reference Colorado when trying to convince voters why they should or should not vote yes on legalizing retail marijuana. 5 states have ballot issues to legalize retail marijuana: Arizona, California, Maine, Massachusetts, and Nevada. 4 other states have ballot issues dealing with medical marijuana. We just covered all this in the last article. Whose phone's ringing?
I don't know. That's somebody else's phone.
Whose phone could that be?
Is
that not yours?
I don't know. No, it's not mine. Mine's right here.
Mine's right here.
No, it's not nice. Somebody must have left the phone here.
But where?
I don't know. But it's done now. Done ringing.
All right, news. Sorry, it's loading slowly. This one's on my phone. It's from seedsman.com. It's about that cool place not so cool place in Europe that I was telling you about before. This European country has destroyed 2.4 million cannabis plants since June. Nestled between Greece and the beautiful Adriatic Sea, the diminutive country of Albania has never been considered a major player in the development of cannabis within Europe. However, within its borders, there's a never-ending tug-of-war between civilian cultivators and government, the former producing an incredible multitude of plants, while the latter destroying as many plants as possible. This week, it was revealed that since June, 2.4 million cannabis plants have been eradicated in the country after the government made disrupting the burgeoning market a priority. What is that? That's like 0.6 million cannabis, 600,000 plants a month.
That's work.
This number of cannabis plants are estimated to be worth around 3.3 billion euros, which I'm sure Albania didn't need, right? Because almost 1/3 of Albania's gross domestic product. So let's just give up on that, Albania. You're doing great without it. Local police chief Haki Kako, real name, spoke to the media last week and revealed that 540 acres of cannabis plants had been destroyed as the government looked to eradicate any trace of a market in the country. This is not the first instance of Albanian authorities destroying a significant number of cannabis plants. Oh, we read about this one on the air. In 2014, the town of Lazarat, once referred to as the cannabis capital of Europe, was virtually wiped off the map after police destroyed hundreds of acres of cannabis. While domestic cultivators will continue to grow within Albanian territory, it is expected that the government will continue to crack down on such large grow projects. And you got me more news.
I mean, I've got another sample.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got some news. It's loading slowly again. This one's in Colorado. It's the opposite of Europe. Colorado, I guess, is not technically the opposite of Europe.
No.
What is the opposite of Europe?
I don't know if there is. I mean,
What's on the other side of the world from Europe? The Pacific Ocean is
probably
the opposite
Pacific
of Europe,
Ocean,
right?
yeah. Hawaii, right? Something like that.
Denver man arrested after allegedly shooting and killing a teen in a marijuana-filled backyard. Keith David Hammock is accused of killing one teen and wounding a second boy. So this one was a little close to home for you, right, buddy?
Yeah, I know. This was near some friends.
Tell me that while I take care of my belly.
Oh yeah,
And I'll read
no,
the story.
no, my friends were, they were definitely looking at a place to. They were wondering if their backyard was a good place, and then I heard that stuff, and I was like, well, it might be if you're,
They
just
live
you have to be
around there.
willing to lose it because, you don't want to shoot somebody over a plant that's supposed to be healing. So, kind of just seems a little counterintuitive, but.
Can't you shoot someone for trespassing in Colorado, though?
Yeah, I'm not. This isn't like a judgment on what went on. It's just more a sad statement that two kids were out there trying to take some medicine, and somebody was. I don't know.
I don't
guessing
think they were
defending.
trying to take some.
Well,
medicine. I
it's
don't
just a
think they were
sad
like,
situation
"Oh,
that somebody's
my
dead.
mom was
and
dying. I got to get her medicine.
I don't know. Who knows? But I'm just saying
Could
it's a
be.
sad situation that these two young men that one of them's dead and the other one is severely
Possibly
injured.
paralyzed. It says.
Yeah, I mean,
Let me
it's-
read it, and then we'll.
Yeah, go.
Denver police have arrested a 48-year-old man accused of shooting two teenagers who apparently were trying to steal marijuana plants from his backyard. One 15-year-old boy was killed, and a 14-year-old was wounded and possibly paralyzed. Keith David Hammock allegedly shot the teens with a 22. Sorry, it scrolled on me. Shot the teens with a 22 caliber rifle from the second-story window of his home at 2830 High Street, obviously, around 2 a.m. Sunday after the boys climbed over Hammock's backyard fence, according to an arrest warrant affidavit released Monday. He's being held for investigation of murder, attempted murder, and investigation of felony marijuana cultivation. I don't think murder's the appropriate charge. Manslaughter at worst.
Yeah.
He wasn't like setting a trap for these kids to come so he could shoot them. That's murder. That's weird. Denver Medical Examiner's Office identified the slain teen as Kaylin Mosley. It said the cause of death was a gunshot wound, and it classified the case as a homicide. And my thing doesn't want to scroll now because it's trying to show me this ad. But rough story, man. I mean, we don't want to hear
it's
about
not good.
people.
No, it's
We
not
don't
good
like
when people are
rippers.
dying over this stuff. No, we don't like rippers, but we don't like deaths. We don't like two young boys being killed.
No, that's true. We don't like that.
That's just it's just a sad circumstance, and hopefully someday, it's much like I
What's
read
your
a news.
solution? What's your proposed solution?
Well, hopefully with some more legalization, decriminalization, things will get better. Like, what was it? One of the news stories I was looking at was about a huge, major, like 20 tons worth of hashish in just one shipment, as well as others being seized, and then guns being seized. And the idea was that the hashish was funding the guns, and the guns are fueling the war, as well as the money fueling the war. So, hopefully, we get into wars with money being out in the public sphere. So, but when it's private and hidden, I think it's even worse. So hopefully, with some decriminalization, we can bring that money at least more accountable. I think is the idea, because it's funding covert stuff that I don't know about. So,
I don't know.
decriminalization, legalize it. So, because Morocco's got it, yeah. Wow, yeah. So.
Cool. You want to call
More
Fletch?
news?
You want to do more?
Are
I'll
we-
do another.
We can call
You
Fletch.
sent me a bunch.
Yeah, well, people want to hear about the face off and all the heirlooms.
Oh, we didn't read this one. This one's good. Colorado brewery introduces the world's first cannabis beer. Which Adam obviously very upset that they didn't call it a can of beer. Like, let me get a can of beer. Talk about a strange brew. A small brewery in Colorado is taking beer to an all-new high by introducing the world's first cannabis beer. We use a 1/4 gram per keg, brewmaster Thomas Hembry declared. Yep, it's a beer, drawing customers in like crazy. You can't get a seat at the bar, one patron insisted. Insane, Hembry agreed. Absolutely insane. Some customers think the cannabis beer brings a whole new meaning to Rocky Mountain High. This is really cheesy.
Yeah,
I
it's pretty cheesy.
I don't have great feeling in my body, but I think it makes my legs tingle, a patron in a wheelchair shared. Cannabis is supposed to have medicinal purposes. That's a weird thing to say. And I started thinking about maybe if I can get a prescription from my doctor, I can maybe start deducting my beer drinking. But before you hop on a plane to the high country to sample some of the brew, there's one big catch. Co-owner Mason Hembry explained, what? I'm not going to read this out. Well, I'll read it, just it's funny. It's high in cannabinoids, and it's lacking in all psychotropic effects, so there's no THD.
Yeah, I think that was just like the reporters. People are still learning these words. Is that CBD or THD or TH?
But it's high in cannabinoids,
I
but
can't
it's...
keep up with
yeah,
this.
that doesn't know.
CBGZs? I can't keep up.
Anyway, the beer has CBD, not THC, as the news wasn't able to get out of that. So, you want to do shout-outs, and then we will...
Yeah, let's do a little shout-outs.
Okay.
Let's flip over to Way to Grow.
Way to Grow. Is it happening now? Oh, it started
Yeah,
2
it
days
is.
ago.
It started 2 days ago, finally.
Finally.
Upgrade them lights or expand the room.
Yep. The
So-
Grow Pro sale going on. $475 gets you a Gavita Pro E-Series 1000-watt. $425 is going to go ahead and get you the Sun Systems LEC 315, 240-volt. $375 will get you the Phantom double-ended 1000-watt, 240-volt open reflector. And don't forget that there are exclusive specials just for ADS listeners. And here's what they are. One of them is the PL Lights NXT2 double-ended 1000-watt, 120-volt or 240-volt. That MSRP at $649.99. ADS price only $415. So that'll come in considerably cheaper than the Sun Systems or the Gavita on sale. And then, of course, the Phantom double-ended open reflector. Usually that one's going to go for $589.99. Just mention Adam Dunn Show. You're walking out for $325. Got yourself a new Phantom. Whew. Hard to beat.
That's a really good deal.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that'll cover itself in one run.
Yes, it certainly will.
And some. Dang.
And then some, yeah.
Yeah, so. Well, shout us out to Way to Grow.
Yeah.
So.
And you can obviously check them out at waytogrow.net. Hit the Find Stores link on the top bar. And then you get your little map. Their location's all over Colorado.
Yeah, and check us out to the Colorado Springs store because that's where I'm from. So, word.
And, of course, big shout out to Incredibles Edibles. Our favorite edibles, our favorite vape pens, some of our favorite concentrates even. Those incredible extracts are lovely. What do they got coming out for the season? I know Peach Dream season just finished. I'm pretty sure they got a pumpkin thing, right?
Yeah, they should have a pumpkin for this time of year. Let me go over to the...
Handcrafted chocolate. That's what it is. It really is more like gourmet chocolate than your old classic goo ball. There it is.
The
Pumpkin Pie Delight. 100 milligrams of THC. Bomb. Does it have graham cracker? Yeah, pumpkin spice and graham cracker. That's hard to beat, dude. It's not just like lame pumpkin spice, right? Pumpkin spice on its own is kind of gross. You add the graham cracker, now you're in pie territory. Now you're really doing something.
Well, and plus when you add a little pumpkin spice and graham cracker and THC.
And 100 milligrams of THC, that certainly helps.
Go mow one of those and go look at some colors on the trees or something.
Or go watch a Halloween parade.
Yeah.
There you go. Go check them out and find out more at iloveincredibles.com. And you can find a store. They're not quite nationwide yet, but they're getting there. Of course, you can connect with them on all their social media and be in touch. And I heard that if you holler at Stephen Chang, who's their sort of outreach rep, he will lace you up with stickers. He will lace you up with gear. I don't know if it's true, but it's worth a shot. Check them out at iloveincredibles.com. And, of course, big shout out to our buddies at Build the Soil. You know, in my head, it's still just Jeremy, but he has a huge team there ready to help you figure out how to get the most out of your garden, whether you want to grow organic, whether you want to supplement with organic stuff, whether you're just trying to save money and you're not trying to buy expensive chemicals. You're like, oh, well, you guys have aloe vera powder. That's pretty cheap. That's going to make my plants better. Let's do it. Everything at Build the Soil, it's really cool. I have never really met any provider of any sort of medium or, any of your basic hydro gear where they only carry specific brands. They are very specific as to the quality they're looking for. They test everything thoroughly.
Yep.
It's hard to go wrong. There's no bad products on buildsoil.com. I'll tell you that right now. There's a lot of webs. You go to the hydro store, you could end up grabbing something that you didn't really think. No, it wasn't such a good choice. You can't do that on Build the Soil. Anything you got buy is a good choice.
Everything's purposely chosen. So there's a reason for everything.
And, of course, big shout out to our buddies over at Growstone. If you're going to be mixing up your own soil, don't worry about the Perlite. Throw in some Growstones. Now, we're not making any Growstones right now. It's unfortunate, but they are made from 100% recycled bottles here in the U.S. They've got their soil aerator. They've got the larger chunk ones that are really good for the bottom of the container. They've got their gnat mix, great mix for controlling fungus gnats and anything living in your medium. It's in that top layer there. And they've got a great team behind them. Dr. Paula Acosta is the PhD, who kind of helps them with a lot of their plant science. And we're going to have her on the show in 2 weeks from today, right?
Yeah, 28th.
28th of October. Mark your calendars. We'll have Paula Acosta of Growstone, brought to you by, again, our by hands down favorite amendment, our favorite aeration amendment. It's going to be Growstone. You can check them out at growstone.com to find out more. And speaking of folks we love to have on the show.
Yeah, they were just on.
Yeah, big shout out to our buddies over at Hydroponic Research, the makers of Veg and Bloom, of course, Plus Life, Push, and Shine, the full Veg and Bloom lineup. This is, in terms of clean, commercial-grade hydroponics, they're hard to beat. You know, the biggest and best facilities in the world are using Veg and Bloom, and there's a reason for it. The results speak for themselves. The flavors are phenomenal. The smells are great, and the yields are fantastic. Like, really, really, really impressive. Rye Pritchard has some photos of a football-sized nug, literally football-sized cola from Phil's Garden, and they use all Veg and Bloom.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so if that's what you're into, check them out at hydroponic-research.com. And, of course,
seeds.
Here.
Now.
Seeds.
Here.
Now.
Seeds.
Here.
Now.
SeedsHereNow.com. October specials. Swamp Boy seeds are $124.88 a pack. Exotic Genetics, Crockett Family Farms, Bog Seeds, Ethos Collective are $98 a pack. La Plata Labs, Mosca Seeds, and Loud Seeds are buy one, get one free. All orders over $150 get a 3-pack gift of THC Dark Star. And, of course, congrats to Exotic Genetics on winning double cups last weekend. And next week, they will do a pre-sale on Exotic Starfighter, the Cube Drop, releasing on November 1st. Also, grab the latest drop by Archive Seed Bank, coming next week on SeedsHereNow.com. Best prices you're going to find online. And I think that is a fantastic segue.
It's a wonderful segue.
Right? Isn't that a great segue?
Yep.
That wasn't even intentional.